Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're taking a look at another LEGO Star Wars set. This one is Jango Fett's Slave 1 playset. Checking out the box, and we have set 75433. This one is officially called Jango Fett's Starship, but it has 707 pieces, and it is ages 9+, and it retails for, I think, $80, $70 or $80. Kind of expensive. And for some reason, they have thrown on the Clone Wars clone, the Ahsoka clone, for something that is considered an Attack of the Clones set. So if we're going to have this sort of theming, I'm not sure why there is not continuity across the board. That actually really bothers me, especially considering that the Obi-Wan Kenobi's Jedi Starfighter has the Darth Vader-like saga emblem and it's blue. So what's going on with this? No idea. That really bugs me the more I think about it. I actually just made that notice just as I'm filming this. Regardless, here we are filming the Slave 1 playset. Just recently I reviewed the UCS Collector's set, and definitely much larger in comparison. I actually did not realize that this set was coming out when I bought the UCS Collector's set. I might have hesitated on it, to be honest, just because I really wanted the minifigures, and I wanted the gift with purchase that came with it. That's probably why I pulled the trigger so early on that UCS set. Anyways, this is the play set, so it is going to be obviously a very, 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 very scaled down model of Jango Fett's Slave 1. Let's take a look at the minifigures first, though, before we get too deep into the ship, and then at the end we will do a comparison with Boba Fett's Slave 1 that is approximately this size. Here we have all the minifigures with Jango Fett, Boba Fett, and Lama Su, the leader of the Kaminoans, I don't know how you say it in plural, at least of the facility that Obi-Wan visited. So in the prior Obi-Wan's Jedi Starship, we got Taun We, and this one time we get Lama Su, so it's really cool to have both of them, honestly. That was the main reason why I got this set. So Boba Fett is a reuse from the UCS set, and this Jango Fett is the less detailed version of the Jango Fett that we get in the UCS set, namely with the arm printing. As you can tell, we have nothing versus UCS has arm printing there. Would have been really cool if they had printing on the side, though, but I digress. Anyways, those are the minifigures. Overall, they're really good, not too complainy. I mean, I complained really hard about young Boba Fett in the UCS set, as well as Jango Fett, but for a scaled-down model of this type, I think that these figures are very comparable and valuable for this set and price. This set actually comes with two pieces, so we get the Starship itself, which is spinning, and then we get a little ladder thing, a little dealio, same thing that we got with the Mandalorian, only this one actually I think has a higher piece count than the other one. It looks pretty good, honestly. We'll get to it in just a second, but I wanted to give you guys a little 360 of the Slave 1, and then we will go into the details and play features. So this little deal here holds up the Slave 1 for display, which I think is a very ingenious play feature. It's wonderful to get a stand with this type of set that looks better while it's flying than it does laying down. LEGO is very creative with doing something that's playable. You can put minifigures on here, there's levers to steer, and then it also lifts up into a stand, and that stand works pretty well. This is a really ingenious small little build, even if it does detract from the amount of pieces that do go on the Slave 1. I do appreciate it for its stand. Alright, here we have the Starship, and looks pretty good. We do have some stickering. You can see the main front sticker there, and some stud shooters, but actually they look okay, honestly, there. And I think for the most part, I mean, it's not the roundest Slave 1 that we've ever gotten. You know, you're going to have to get into a higher piece count to get really, really rounded pieces, but I actually don't think that it's too bad. The wings look decent. They do rotate to a degree. They're kind of stuck, so yeah. I mean, they're supposed to rotate, but the tolerances are kind of tight, but they do move, and they move in unison, so that's really, really appreciated, honestly. And then we have some dark green elements around the wing area, and then the cockpit itself, which is not particularly detailed. We have some translucent pieces, but no printed material, and it looks like you can have Jango Fett sit kind of in either direction. He's supposed to sit right here on this, and so that's fine. On the back, we have the engines, which I think look pretty good, and then we have a handle, which was really surprising that you can carry this with. You don't really need one for such a small ship, but alas, here we are. I'm not 100% sure if that was carried over from the other Slave 1, Boba Fett Slave 1. There's a small play feature at the front with, if you press this down, It has a trap door, and I assume that these are the seismic charges. That's what they look like to me. So pretty fun. Would have been nice if they were printed. And then the way to load that back is if you just press that up. It basically tensions in place, but you just push it and it goes. So that's actually really fun. I wasn't expecting that play feature. I didn't notice it at all until I had built it and accidentally hit it. And I was like, oh. And then to load them back up, this is obviously not the correct place to do so because this is the loading ramp, but it is small and scaled down, so you have to accept it for what it is. I will say, I feel like it doesn't fit in super great. Like there, I just bumped it and it auto-opened. It's really hard to get these little things to line up good in this space. Will they'll close? See, I'm having issues with it closing all the way. There we go, back to normal. Anyways, yeah, it doesn't want to lay down all the way when it's loaded, so you just kind of have to keep that in mind. Otherwise, that's pretty much it. I'll put Boba Fett in it, excuse me, Jango Fett. I'm going to do that the whole video. I'm going to put Jango Fett in this just to show, and then we'll give you guys a quick comparison of both of these ships. And so there he is inside the cockpit, and he sits really forward. It does close, and it closes with his rangefinder in the up position, so that's pretty neat. Now I do have this one on a secondary stand that's acrylic, so it does have its own little ladder stand, but I did not pull it out. You're going to see on the back some random bricks that help this stay on the stand, that it was not actually made for this version, so just bear with me with that. And this is a comparison. They are pretty dang close. There's obviously some style changes. These have real guns, which I like quite a bit, versus the stud shooters. And same size cockpit, though I feel like this one's quite a bit smaller. If you can see Boba Fett in there, his rangefinder has fallen off. This is also the old like smoke color. You can probably see the difference. But yep, same center sticker and really, really close, I feel like. So these make really good companion sets. You know, this slave one obviously is retired at this point, but it's really cool to kind of see them together and to see both a Jango Fett and Boba Fett version. So you'll see here that this is not Empire Strikes Back Boba Fett. This is for the Mandalorian. And I just wanted to show you, even though it is a similar cockpit situation, he does not want to close with that rangefinder. You have to point it all the way down, versus this one can close with it all the way up. And I'm not 100% sure. I guess there's more room back behind Jango Fett's head than there is Boba Fett's head. But overall, I think that the back, I mean, other than these extra bricks that I have, this one definitely is improved. They added more detail, I think, where it just stands out more, maybe due to the color palette. I do like Jango Fett's Starship better than Boba Fett's. That's just always been something that I've liked more. I like the paint job on it better. But other than that, they're very, very similar. This one was quite a bit cheaper, though, at the time of its release than this one, unfortunately. But there's a lot of value in this one, I feel like. If you can get past it being more expensive, it's less outrageous than some of the sets we've gotten. The minifigures are fantastic for what you're getting. Lama Su is brand new. You get a nice updated Jango Fett if you didn't spend the money for a UCS Jango Fett. You get a nice size play version of the Slave 1. It has a really cool play feature, very fun for kids. You can display it next to this one. I think they look pretty good. And it goes with the Obi-Wan Kenobi's Jedi Starship set that came out a couple years ago. So I think that there's a lot of playability and value in this set, and definitely out of some of the other ones that we've gotten in this wave, in my opinion, is worth picking up if you have the extra change laying around, the extra $80. It's crazy. It's a pretty decent ship. I mean, it's more expensive than what we paid for this one, but unfortunately that's in the time that we live. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye.